What's up, y'all? Today we doing a little testimony on how I met my wife and a little bit of my life before I met my wife. All right, so boom. I used to be a boxer back in the day. I want to say I started back in like 2018. Yeah, 2018, whatever. I only boxed for 3 years, right? So in the time of me boxing, I was locked in. I'm talking about I was locked in, locked in. Like that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a professional boxer. College was out the question, everything, So basically, I started in the gym and I was real focused, but at the same time, I was drinking every other weekend. When I used to go out and get hotels or whatever, I was smoking here and there. I wasn't that perfect Christian. So fast forward a little bit, as I get closer to the end of me actually boxing, my coach, he was a great coach. I can't take that from him. But at the same time, he would make slyway comments saying like, "Oh, how can you be a Christian? You don't even know the books of the Bible. You don't even know anything about the Bible." Like he makes slyway jokes in front of everybody. So I was like, "Wow, that was corny to me." You know what I'm saying? Don't put me on the spot like that. But I see what God did right there. Like he used that as like a catalyst to get me searching for Him. All right, so boom. After that, I'm going so hard with my studies, with Christ and everything, trying to become like a born again believer type thing. And at the time, as soon as I'm about to go head deep, into the studies and everything, that's when I stopped boxing. So I'm the type like I like to just focus on one thing at a time, and also at the same time, God wanted me to step into ministry. So this whole time, I'm preparing for ministry right now. So I want to say about back in September of 2020. That's when I officially stopped boxing, and after that, that's when I went full on my ministry. So I was already learning about the Bible, learning all the stories, and just learning doctrines and all that, whatever, whatever. When you first getting started, I was on fire for the Lord. I still am. But when you first getting started with the Lord, you on fire. You know what I'm saying? That's all you want to hear. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to see. Everything. You on fire. So around that time I had stopped boxing. Everybody was like so confused on why I stopped boxing because I was, not to toot my own horn, but I was really gifted for somebody to be only boxed for 3 years. I was really gifted because I put a lot of time and effort into it, you know. So after I started my ministry, I started making little TikTok videos here and there, whatever, whatever. Trying to help people, for the people that don't go to church or stuff like that. I'm trying to help them out at the end of the day. Share what I learned to them. So I had a little video that not gonna say not that it went viral, but it had little numbers on it, whatever, and I'm getting like a couple hundred followers. Within, as soon as after I post that video, I'm getting a couple hundred followers that day or whatever. And one name stuck out to me: Pick Up Your Cross. So, so I was like, okay. I look at it, I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So, I see that Pick Up Your Cross followed me. So, I followed them back, whatever. Lo and behold, that was my wife's channel on TikTok. Her channel is Pick Up Your Cross, and she has a YouTube channel as well, Pick Up Your Cross. But fast forward, I keep on making my videos. We interacting a little bit in the comments here and there. You know what I'm saying? I made her like, she and my likes. So I'm like, okay, okay. And mind you, I got a girlfriend at the time. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I had a girlfriend at the time, but we was already on like the outs of that relationship. We was already like what 3 years and some change in, but we was already concluding that relationship, whatever. So we was just on the outs of that. So here's a little backstory on why me and my ex girlfriend didn't work out after 3 years of dating. So basically, by the time that God called me to go wholeheartedly into serving Him and ministry and everything, she wasn't on the same type time. So that right there, unequally yoked, that wasn't going to work out at all. In a way, in the same, like in a slight way, she would kind of like ridicule me for going all in with God, and it just wasn't working. So unequally yoked. And for my people who are in a relationship right now, let's say God is calling you for a marriage. If you're not unequally yoked with the partner you're with right now, I'm not saying they can't change, but if they're not willing to change, or you don't see it really going where you're stagnant, it's time to move and go to where God wants you to be concerning another person. Me being me, you know. I said, all right, I'm gonna engage. So, my wife right now, but at the time that wasn't my wife, whatever. It's just a girl I saw on TikTok. And she was she's a beautiful woman of God, So that caught my eye too. And I'm seeing on TikTok like, yo, she preaching a word? What? Like, man, listen. So I was like, okay, let me engage in this a little something, So I'm over here, messaging her, time to time, whatever. Like I said, I was in her comments before. She was in my comments, little small talk. And then we got on Instagram, because that was TikTok messages, whatever, that was TikTok, activities. We got on Instagram. I ended up I got her Instagram, followed that joint as soon as I found it. Sound like a fiend, right? But I followed that joint ASAP. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I gotta slide in DM, whatever. But me being me, I'm a little shy, so I ain't sliding no DMs. So, so basically, afterwards, I'm just posting. I had a story up, a little funny story up on my little Instagram story. I see my wife commented on it. She was laughing at it. We had a small little conversation from that, and then that became like a little frequent thing. So I'm like, okay, she want to talk. You know what I'm saying? She want to talk, but she ain't trying to say it fully, but she trying to talk. So I'm like, okay, she trying to get my attention. That's cool. Hold on 1 second. That's cool. Nah, you gonna make it seem like I just wanted to talk. Babe, I wasn't done. I want to see this part too. Are you serious? No, you capping. You lying. I'm not capping. Anyways, y'all, my wife's gonna she gonna just smooth cut off my video. But anyways, don't mind that. So back to my story. She was in my DMs, really trying to talk. But like at the same time though, I was feeling her. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, she hop my DM, I'm jump skip you on the spot. Like, hey, let's talk. So we get to talking. At the time I'm working at Walmart at the time, mind y'all. Walmart. Nothing wrong with Walmart, mind you. Nothing wrong with it. But like at that time in my life, man, yeah, it was Walmart. So basically we get to talking, whatever. I pull up at work, and she hit me first thing in the morning, because I already had sent her good morning text or whatever. And we started talking, that morning. Bro, I'm in the middle of work. People asking me for help. I'm over here cheesy all in my phone, ignoring the people that actually needed help. I'm over here, bro. I know people looking at me crazy. I already know they was, you know what I'm saying? But me being me, I don't care. So so, a couple days down the line, we get to really talking, whatever, get to know each other more and more. And I'm like, yo, I really know, like, this is my wife. Like, I just knew. God placed that within me. Like, yo, I just knew, yo, this is my wife. So we get to talking, more and more, whatever. And she was talking about, how she's in Texas. So I scratched my head. I said, huh? Hold on, let's backtrack. A couple days ago, I was on Twitter, and I already had posted, yo, I need to move to Texas ASAP. I'm gonna include that picture here, but I was like, yo, I gotta move to Texas ASAP. And I was like, yo, she's in Texas right now. I'm like, yo, just the odds of that, the coincidence is crazy. So after that, we get to talking. We got on the phone for the first time. Boy, that southern voice is something serious. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never had no girl that had no southern voice. You know what I'm saying? She sound all cute and all that. You know what I'm saying? Had me a little, a little shy at first, whatever. You know. So fast forward. Actually no, not fast forward. We stay on there. So we was talking on the phone one time, and she was telling me, she about to get her own spot, this, that, and the third. Oh yeah, she went to Texas on her own, whatever, whatever. Oh yeah, if y'all haven't checked out her testimony video, y'all gotta check it out. I'm gonna post it somewhere in one of these corners. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so she was telling me, she went to Texas alone, on stepped out on faith. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. That's real dope. And I'm like, she out here alone? So she told me she was alone. I had to ask him, make sure there ain't nobody in the picture or whatever. So, she was alone, whatever. So I'm like, okay, wow, that's really crazy. And I already had, like, my job. I already told you, I already had plans to move out to Texas anyway. So just that was crazy. That was the first coincidence. The second one, I went to go pay my phone bill. My phone bill was due about like 2, 3 days after I already had, started talking or whatever. Once we got on the phone, whatever, 2, 3 days after. So I went to go pay my phone, whatever. Just make sure, the phone bill company had took my payment, whatever. I checked my bank, and it said, yeah, they took it, but it said where they took it from, and it said Dallas, Texas. So I was like, okay, Gabby just said that she was in Dallas, Texas. So I'm like, okay, that's a little coincidence. You know what I'm saying? That was the second one. Third one, coincidence. My sister sends me a little funny video, from, I guess, from Instagram or whatever. And she sent it to my phone. And I opened my phone. I had her, conversation pinned up at the top, for my iPhone users. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I had it pinned up at the top. And the first words that joint said, Dallas, Texas TV. I was like, okay, that's the third coincidence. I'm like, there's too many coincidences. I need to go to Dallas. I need to go. Hey, I need to go see my wife. I already knew that my wife, so I was like, yo, I gotta see my wife. So we fast forward a couple days, whatever. We over here looking at apartments, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna, I'm gonna touch on that in a second. But we looking at apartments, whatever, and basically, we was like, it's not gonna make sense for us to get our own apartment. Why would we get our own apartment when we already know, we each other's spouses? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, we ain't finna do that. Let's just move together. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I said it, she agreed, like, yo, that makes perfect sense. Why not? You know what I'm saying? So backtrack, take a little few steps back on what I said, we was gonna move it together. So basically, in this day and age, my wife already made a video on it. I'll link it one of these corners, whatever. But she already made a video on moving in with a girlfriend before you even get married. Technically, it's not. You don't see shacking up nowhere in the Bible. Number one. Number two, I was already practicing celibacy for a couple years before I even met her. I was a couple years celibate. She was already practicing as well. But at the same time, shacking up, we was not having the whole time we was living together. We was not having sex. But hold on, I jumped the gun. I'm just telling y'all, shacking up is when you having sex, before marriage and you living together. What that's shacking up? We wasn't doing that. So back to my story. So basically, he was like, okay, we gonna get this spot together, whatever. So boom, we looking at spots, whatever. Now my mom pitched me an idea for an apartment. Drink was hard too. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all check out her testimony, y'all see how that drink looked. I was like, and it was in a safe area, nice area, whatever, whatever. Oh yeah, it was cool. So after that, we applied for that drink. We applied for that little apartment, whatever. So cool, cool. Couple days go by, whatever. I'm out to dinner at the time. My mom, my sister, whatever. Just getting a little one last dinner because I knew I was about to leave soon. So we had dinner, and packing up the table, whatever, getting leftovers, whatever. I get an email saying you've been accepted. I said, oh, okay. So I sent that drink to my wife. Well, my girlfriend at the time, but my wife. I sent that to her, and she was like, she was hype as heck, bro. She was hype, But so boom, that was about like a week after I met her. Mind you, everything was fast. It wasn't rushed, but it was fast. So a week after I met her, we got accepted to our first apartment. A week after that, let's fast forward a week after that, yo, I'm on my flight. I mean, I'm on the way, about to catch a flight to Texas. You know what I'm saying? About to move into my first apartment. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so I'm on my way going, catching this flight, whatever. I made a little small video, it's on my wife's testimony video. But I made a little small video, proclaiming, how I'm about to go see my wife, whatever, whatever. And yo, I just knew that was my wife once again. I knew that was my wife. So I was able to say, yo, I'm about to go see my wife. You know what I'm saying? So, after that, I go, I get in the rental car or whatever. I'm driving to where she's at, 'cause she was staying in a hotel, mind y'all. And I was like, man, she's staying in the hotel. I ain't never do that before. Like I've been inside hotels like left and right, whatever. For all who know me, y'all know I used to love getting hotels, whatever. But so I'm picking her up from this hotel, and I'm checking out the area. I was like, wow. I'm looking around, I was like, okay, cool, okay. So, I get in a little elevator or whatever. Oh, I'm calling the elevator. Mind you, I got butterflies on my stomach, dog. What? I got butterflies. I was shy as anything. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to go meet her. I'm about to meet her for the first time. So I clicked the elevator button. I'm waiting for it to come down. It come down and open. I'm like, oh, she's right in the elevator. Yo, I was stuck, y'all. I was nothing but teeth and gum. Oh, that's all you saw was teeth and gums, like teeth and gums, bro. Like I was just cheese from cheek to cheek. And then I include that in a little video, me showing her when the elevator doors opened up, whatever. So after that, I helped her, move out of that hotel. So I'm like, bro, I gotta get you out of here, bro. This ain't what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I have to get her out of there, whatever, whatever. So we get inside the rental, whatever, and then fast forward, we get to the apartment, and yo, look on our face when we got them keys and everything. Yo, we was like two little kids. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was like two little kids. Like, boy, that was the start. That was the start of something new and something just blessed. Because this marriage is blessed. But so months down the line, we living there for a couple months. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's the best couple months I ever had in my life. Like, bro, yeah, I was still working, but bro, we was like I said, we was two little kids, so we having fun each and every day. We over here taking walks 3 in the morning, going in the pool 4 in the morning on some spontaneous type stuff. But boy, yeah, I love those times. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we still do walks. Don't get me wrong. We still do walks. We still do spontaneous stuff because, like, bro, we feel as though that's what keeps marriages healthy. But we're gonna have a series concerning marriage. Stuff that helps marriage and all that in the future. But basically after that, let's see. After that, oh yeah, so a couple months, we having fun or whatever, whatever. So we moved in April 7th. April 7th. So that's the fourth month. So 4 months after that, my birthday August 4th. So 4 months after that, my birthday. Here we are, my birthday day, August 4th. So I was already planning, for a couple weeks before. No, actually, like a month or some change beforehand. Like, yo, I'm playing this, whatever. Me proposing to her. Yo, on my birthday, I chose to propose to her. I was like, why not share this special day with my wife, my soon-to-be wife? Why not, right? So we had a little, I proposed to her. I took her to the Dallas Reunion Center or Reunion Tower. I'm gonna show y'all, a few pictures, whatever. But like, it basically oversees the whole Dallas city. That joint's so tough, man. Like the view is everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. But she didn't know what was what, like she didn't know what was going. She proclaims that she had a feeling, whatever, but she didn't know what was what. Man, I had to ring my back pocket. She didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So once we got up there, whatever, we over here just engaging in the views, and just having a good time, whatever. And then she looking at the view, and then I get behind her on one knee, Had to pull out that ring, you know what I'm saying? So I get behind her and she turns around and she was like, y'all gonna see the video, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna show a little clip of that, but yeah. But basically, she was happy, she was really excited, and like that was the moment there. That moment there, I was like, wow, this is my wife, and it's like nothing's ever gonna change from that. Just the look on her face, and it was just so pure and genuine. It was everything. Made my heart melt. I ain't gonna lie to you. So after that, we left. I was with my mom, my sister at the time too. Like they was with us too. Capturing videos and all that, whatever. You know. So after that, we had to, go out to eat afterwards, because bro, stuff ain't good unless you go out to eat. That makes it 10 times better. So we went to a nice little restaurant, got some Italian food. I love Italian food. Well, for all who don't know, I love Italian food. So I went to a little restaurant, enjoyed the food, whatever. So boom, that was our proposal day, August 4th. 3 months later, all right. So afterwards, after we left dinner, you know, we got back to the crib, whatever. And we just wondering, like, when are we gonna get married? Like, when is the marriage date gonna be, or whatever? And my wife wanted to go step on the scale, because we always check our weight. I ain't gonna lie to you. At that time, like, I was heavy in working out. I'm getting back to it now, but I was heavy into it, so I had her on the same type tip, whatever. So she's checking her weight right now, and I'm sitting on the couch, and she weighed 111.1. And then it clicked to us. I'm like, yo, God wants to get married on 11/11. Mind you, this is like 3 months from now. So I'm like, yo, we was both excited. Like we was like some kids, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was like some kids. So 11/11 was the day. So we ended up getting married, and that was the best day of my life, honestly. Because honestly speaking, every single relationship I've been in the past, I've always had aspirations of marriage, but of course, it was to the wrong people. But God made us up with my wife, and I couldn't be any happier. Equally yoked in every single way. To wrap this up, I thank God for my wife each and every single day, because it's a blessing that she came into my life, and I know it's been a blessing that I came to her life. It works both ways, and man, marriage is such a lovely thing. For all my young people out there who wants to get married, it's going to be well worth it. I promise you. Like your spouse, they better you in each and every single way. If they're aspiring to be a great spouse, they're gonna better you in all the ways. They're gonna prove you as a person. They're gonna unlock you in certain ways. They're gonna push you. They're gonna help you in all. Like, bro, that's your helpmate. That's your helpmate. It's really been a blessing, honestly, being married. And it's like, if I would have kept on, I'm not saying I wouldn't have found my wife if I was still boxing, but like, if I wouldn't have picked up the call to start ministry, I would have never met her. Ministering or whatever, I would have never met my wife. I don't know where I would be right now, honestly. If I would, I mean, obviously, I would be professional right now, but like, I probably wouldn't have my lovely wife. You know what I'm saying? So when God calls, you better pick that joint up, because you don't know what you're gonna get out of it. He's always trying to better you in every single way, anyway. So pick up the call when he calls. Jesus Christ is the only way, you know, and you'll be blessed for doing so. I promise you that. But hey, like, comment, subscribe. If y'all enjoyed the video, visit back on our next video and a peek in our life.